Hello, friends. It's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel, psychic, improviser, comic, actress. Is that enough stuff for the list to describe me? I'll add some more things as I go. Oh, real estate mogul, dog mom, person who likes sparkly water. Hi, it's time for your three card spread. Happy Monday. I have three cards here. I've opened your Akashic records, the records of your group, you, the people watching this video. And we have an interesting spread here. This is an interesting one. You know, here in Northern Florida, we're like in this a couple days post tropical storm vibe. And it's been really interesting because the tropical storm passed, which was a huge hurricane, which devastated a lot of the Carolinas and the west coast of Florida, but like past us and didn't devastate us here in the northeast corner, which is just so odd and interesting and lovely and terrible all at once. But it had like a real moody, powerful effect on the area. The sky was kind of purple and the winds were very gusty and it was weird. And then when it passed, the next day it was like sunny and beach day, like sun shining, blue skies, fun time, go to the beach. Very strange juxtaposition. So there's a kind of feeling of like coming out of something that we're living with here, which is just, it's so interesting. And then you think about how big our country is and just how big the world is and how everybody somewhere is coming out of something at all times. And yet we're not always sharing that experience. Just the human experience. It's dynamic and rich. That's all I'm saying. In the recent past, we've had the follow the leader energy, which I don't know if you remember, but this card has been coming up a lot lately. So something in your past has been about you becoming a leader, trusting the earned wisdom that you've earned through your life experience and stepping into knowing what you know and owning what you are. And I'm going to get more deep into that in a second. The present moment, we're in the encouragement moment, which is really sweet. Look at that mama giraffe, baby giraffe moment. Come on. What's cozier than that? I don't know. And then twist. Interesting. The outcome card is the rock bottom card. Interesting dynamic card. Let's talk about all of this. So, in the recent past, we have this information. You're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Let me get out of my own light. I'm like holding the book up in the light. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. So this is a leadership card. It's called the Follow the Leader card. The little tagline is every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. So I love that. Something about your recent past has you walking in that energy, living as that energy, exploring that energy. I don't know, but you do. The present moment, we have encouragement, but let's hear the specific kind of encouragement. You're receiving a nudge in the right direction. And you see the mom giraffe here is like nudging the baby giraffe in the right direction. Very cute. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. Now, that juxtaposed against this, which is our outcome card, is very interesting juxtaposition, the rock bottom card. So let's read what that is. But before we do, I want to just review these points here. New things are out there to be explored. And the nurturing power of the universe, the divine light, consciousness itself, the divine feminine, however you want to frame it, is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path, Tana. Keep going. And the rock bottom card. Life can be a complex place, is what I'm saying. Let's talk about it in 1 second. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. I'm laughing because I know how relevant this is for a few of you. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully, in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are, excuse me, and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in the heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear, like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. Completely. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle, it's a big promise. A miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. So you've gained some wisdom in your recent past, and you're being encouraged to trust that you have become a leader that you can trust. It's also a reminder for us to emulate, look up to, and live into the energies that the people we look up to are living into. So follow the leader, right? It's called the follow the leader card. It's a card that's about be a leader, but be the kind of leader that you would follow. The present moment, you're getting encouraged. You're going in the right direction, so keep going in that direction. The result of going in that direction may be a big loss, and that you can't keep going in the same way you've been going. You can't keep doing the same things you've been doing. You can't keep doing it the same way you've been doing it. But a miracle is about to occur, but only if you surrender completely. So this is tricky business here. It's like you're doing great, but also you're going to hit bottom. So also it's going to be great, but it might be hard in the meantime. You have to totally surrender in order for it to be awesome. And so, something that I love about pulling cards and doing readings and being an energy healer, being a spiritual teacher in general, which is really my job, is to help people become whole and become who they are, is that who you are is never a simple thing. You're not a thing. Katie Rubin is not a thing, a one thing. I am this dynamic series of energies that has certain parts of itself that pull away from each other, and certain parts of itself that pull toward each other, and certain parts of itself that need other people, and certain parts of itself that don't want any people near it. So there's a human being, and a human life is a dynamic organism that has many, many elements to it. So anytime you catch yourself trying to be like, everything's bad and I have to give everything up and it's all going to shit because the rock bottom card, it's like, not really, because at the same time, you're being encouraged. So how are we to internalize that? Part of how we internalize it is we let go of the concepts of the mind. The mind is a machine that only knows how to separate and categorize things. It's like it's either this or it's this. It can't imagine a world in which two things are together. But your being, your heart, your body, your conscious awareness, which functions beyond the edges of your body and your mind, all of that together absolutely has no problem with dissipating or disparate energies coexisting in one space called you. If I listened to the voices in my head that say, like, are you a this or a that? And this is interesting because it refers back to the little joke I made at the beginning of this video today, talking about I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, I'm a that. If I listen to the voice, let me put it this way, when I have fallen prey to listening to the voices in my head that say you can only be a this, I am so deeply unfulfilled by my life, so bored, so checked out, so not okay with being in a body, that I eventually come back around to I can't live in a vice. I can't live in a corset. I am so many energies. I need to live as all of them. Healing brings us to a space where we feel like I feel like one cohesive energy now in and of myself. That was something I've spent 25 years working towards. And it's why I'm an energy healer, and it's how I help people heal their trauma to become whole and feel peaceful and whole and at oneness with themselves and the divine as a whole human here in 3D reality. Not checked out, not so spiritual that you're fucking annoying, but integrated as a grounded human being who functions well on the earth, but who is also connected and merged with the vast field of conscious awareness. That's what healing creates or makes possible for an individual. At the same time, though, that individual whole being that is no longer fragmented, because my trauma is integrated to a great degree. I don't know that we ever 100% integrate our trauma, but boy, howdy, have I gotten close, because I'm a relentless motherfucker. That integrated wholeness that has a sense of cohesion now, that I would call Katie Rubin's body, mind, soul, spirit organism, has many interests and many aspects. And if we take a human design sort of angle on this or perspective on it, I have different gates and channels that are activating in different ways and pulling me in different directions. So my job is, if I'm looking for fulfillment, which is what I'm looking for as a manifesting generator, if you're a projector, you're looking for the sweetness of success. And anyway, that's a different conversation. But for my type and design, and if you're curious, book a session. We'll run your chart and we'll learn about what you're looking for in this life. Since I'm looking for, and my system is looking to experience fulfillment in the work it's doing now, in the moment now, satisfaction and fulfillment, I experience that by honoring all the gates and channels in my system, honoring that I am a performer and a writer and a coach and a healer and a teacher and a speaker. I'm funny and I'm spiritual. They coexist in one being. That is me, the coexistence of those energies. So if I try to fit somebody else's mold and be spiritual and what that means to you, I am no longer honoring who I am. And then I feel very frustrated, which does not work for me. Can we just acknowledge, like, every time I wear this shirt, I always feel like kind of a kindergarten boy. I feel like a little boy going to kindergarten. Doesn't it look like a little shirt that a little boy would wear? I love it. Anyway, so, I mean, that speaks to the disparate energies as well. Like, I have a lot of feminine leanings in the way that I relate to reality. Like, I'm very emotional and I have to wait through the emotional wave, and I have a lot of psychic ability through the Pisces moon position that I have in my astrology chart. But boy, do I have masculine communication skills, if we're going with the gendered norms of masculine, feminine, and what those words tend to mean. I have a directive, clear Mars energy about how I communicate. I wear maybe a boy t-shirt and I look kind of like tough and strong, but I have the softest, most like mushy, sensitive, psychic, emotional part of me that makes me able to do all this, like you could say yin or feminine receptive stuff. So how do we honor the disparate energies within ourselves? One answer to that question is we must become whole spiritually and emotionally within ourselves, so that when you're whole, there is no need to cut out a part of yourself and push it away. Wholeness is about saying yes to all parts of ourselves and processing through the parts that are heavy or traumatized or carrying dark energies. Once they process through, then they just integrate and become peaceful, quiet, centered, serene parts of the wholeness of you. And you no longer have to feel pulled apart and pulled in many directions. You get to feel at peace, and like there's one simple plane of conscious awareness called Katie Rubin. The plane of consciousness called Katie Rubin may be one simple thing, but its interests are varied. And it is easy for that plane of consciousness called Katie Rubin to pursue its varied interests when the plane itself is whole. So remember that on the journey of healing, spirituality, coming to know the divine, you want to ask yourself, what is this really about for me? Why am I doing all this work? Why am I healing? What is it about? And I would like to offer the possibility that at least part of what it could be about, if you wanted it to be, if it resonates for you, is about becoming whole and becoming you. The you that is not programmed or conditioned by things that are not true for the actual you. The you that is organically true for you. Okay, anyway, I love you guys. Offerings, what the hell do I have coming up? Star Beings starts tomorrow night. This is my mid-level to advanced energy healing class. Hop on in. Nicole, it'd be great to have you in that class if you want to come to that class. That's Tuesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Excuse my burp. Highest level healing is on Fridays. I think we're going to call that one closed because we already started. My OMA class through OMA Pittsburgh is starting October 26th, Wednesdays, 5 weeks. You get a human design session built into the 5 weeks of that. That's my more affordable class if you're looking for an affordable option. Part of what makes it affordable is it's through OMA, and that's part of their mission is to make energy healing affordable for people. And part of why it is because it's such a big group of people that there's less personal attention on you. So like if you join Star Beings, you're going to get a lot of personal attention. But if you join OMA, you're going to get a lot of energy healing and a lot of teachings and a lot of good shit, but a little bit less time for you individually because it's such a big group of people. God, I have a ton of shows I could promote. You can, if you live in Northern Florida, you can see me do a ton of shows, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do that coming up in a little bit here. And I think that's it. If you need a private session, book one, katierubin.com. If you want to get into your human design chart, or if you'd like a 3-card spread of your own, or if you need some energy healing and you want to really dive deep. The work I do takes us deep and it moves us quickly. So you want to come to a session with me ready to actually do some deep changing energy healing work. It's pretty profound. It's not like you're going to peace out and just get some Reiki and feel nice. We're going to like change you from the inside out and relieve you of your trauma. Past life trauma, this life trauma, whatever trauma you want to get rid of, baby. I'm here to get rid of it with you. Because you're so sexy and pretty and I like you. Okay, I love you. I hope you have a great